the other. Why? Because they are who they are. Yet as we go through, those things sharpen us. Those are the things that make us masters. We master this thing called life because we are mastering different energies that we're running into, different scenarios. We still standing strong despite being able to navigate and still fulfill your mission and purpose. It doesn't matter what is thrown at you. That's not even our business. Our business is
right. You got to finish you stand true to yourself. You got to finish the course. Once you start that course, you got to finish it. You got to get the formation. You can't break formation. You know, when the soldiers out there on the battlefield, there ain't no retreat, ain't no going home. No, you got to finish that mission.
Got to.
You got to complete it. Period. Right. So yeah, we might waver here and there, but the goal is to keep your eyes on the prize. The goal is always to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep moving forward. Straight forward with God, come whatever, come what may. We're going to stay focused. You know, we're going to, sometimes when we are traveling this journey, you know, some of us don't make it. Some of us don't make it when we're traveling on this journey of self-discovery. Some people have lost their minds, right? Because on average, we are taught, you know, most of us grow up in a Christian church. And then when we learn to embrace something outside of maybe Christianity, or when we study other things, right, other doctrines, or let's keep it simple. There's different denominations in Christianity, right? And so when you are going through those different phases, the different churches, their doctrine is totally different. So that could be confusing to some folk, right? And so the thing is with life, when you are traveling this path, you might waver. You might go to the left or to the right. You might get sidetracked. There might be obstacles in your way. You might get confused along the way, right? So, but when you are traveling on that journey, you have to decide what is best for you. Because there's going to be temptations, there's going to be things on this side, on that side that may deter you or distract you from your goal. And when that happens, you got to get back up. You got to get back up and go deeper within yourself to carry out that mission. And the mission is to figure out and find what your destiny is, what your purpose is. Some people, unfortunately, find out what their destiny and their purpose is in prison. But we have all been in a prison in some shape, form, or fashion, the prison of our minds. Some of us are still in prison, like our honorable brother Malcolm X once said. We are in the prisons of our minds. And it's unfortunate because when you look at black folk, when you look at our people, we are lost, sister. Like we have a long way to go. We have not even arrived yet, right? We've got so much work to do in re-educating and re-evaluating and brainwashing and re-brainwashing ourselves to become that strong, powerful brother or sister that we need to be for the liberation of our people.
And I'm going to say we already are the strong, powerful brothers and sisters for the liberation of our people. We have to shed, because literally we can't, you can't get more powerful than you already are. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now, I will say in the matter of we give our power away all the time because we allow this system to utilize all of our brilliance, everything, and we don't necessarily utilize it for our benefit. Yet they've been feeding off of it for forever. They feed off of our brilliance. They feed off of the fact that we don't know what we got. You understand what I'm saying? That slave mentality. It goes deep. It goes real deep. We got folks that think that they can get. I'm not even going to say educate, because the real word educate means to bring forth that which is already there. Can nobody give you education? You understand what I'm saying? They cannot. So folks go through years of training in these quote unquote miseducation plantations. I'm gonna put it like that. Years thinking that they're going someplace. They're arriving, and most people only doing it because society said this is what you need to do to be deemed successful. Yet when you ask the same people, what is it that you want? They cannot answer the question. What do you like? What do you don't like? And then they relate it to everything outside of themselves. I'm asking you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're so used to that particular piece, that conditioning. Because we as a people have never had the opportunity to heal.
Never.
Never.
We have not.
Never.
And that's the problem. That's the problem, because we have so many broken families, so many broken homes, right? When you take the man out of the household, it's no longer a family, right? So then you have those black boys and black girls missing their daddies, wondering where their daddies are. And so as they get older, if they're not careful, they find themselves in the streets wondering where their daddy is, right? And looking to the next man to be what they never had as a child, a daddy, a father. And there's nothing wrong with a young girl, young lady, looking for characteristics of what her father was to her. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think that if you have a positive role model in your life, a mother or a father, you should emulate that, and you should attract that which you desire, in that man, in that woman, right? We're talking about heterosexual relationships, so nobody get it twisted. We're talking about, holistic relationships between a man and a woman, right? And so I think that when you are going through that, like we said, that journey, when you're going through that phase and you're seeking that balance, you have to be circumspect, and you have to speak those things into existence as if they already were. Because you are walking in that I am, and we are all that we need. We are all powerful, right?
Yes.
So there's nothing outside of ourselves that's greater than ourselves.
There is nothing. There is nothing outside that's greater than you. We are literally a reflection of our whole universe. We are a reflection of that. Everything, whatever you conceive in your mind, whatever you see in your mind's eye, it's meant for you. It is meant that is for you. What you see in your mind's eye is for you. And it is our own personal responsibility to bring that into fruition. Can't nobody tell you if it is or ain't. That's none of their business. That's your business. And so the fact that we will listen to what another person thinks about something that was given to us, divinely given to us in our third eyesight, and we have the insight to bring it into fruition, is our responsibility. That there's nobody else's. Can't nobody deter you unless you allow them to deter you. Nobody can take you off course unless you allow them to take you off course. See, because we get so caught up in the end goal, right? And that those things that we see in our mind's eye may take years to develop. Yet we usually see just the end goal, right? We say, oh, I'm so far away from that. If we don't respect the process to get there, that's the joy in the work. So whatever your end goal is can be of quality, could be of substance. Because we as a people, we have to start from scratch. We're going to have to step outside of this box that we are in and that we continue to be in. We got to step out of it. And it's okay to start from scratch and say, ain't none of this working for me. Let me start from scratch and build what I see in my mind's eyesight to leave on the planet, to do my work on the planet to contribute to the planet evolving. Because when we don't, we're not contribute. When we're not obedient to what has been given to us, we forfeit our responsibility. It's our responsibility to be our true self. Those things that come to us, it's our responsibility to fulfill it. When we don't, we're being disobedient and we're being irresponsible, and that comes with a cost. We pay for that in many a way.
So we're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back.
Ready to pay off debts? Thinking about buying a home? Do you have a student loan problem? Individuals facing financial difficulties experience very different situations. That's why CreditCardScore.online is here to help you determine the best way to approach your situation with outstanding credit counseling service options. Learn how to dispute inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete information on your credit report. Begin to restore or rebuild credit immediately with our secured credit card. Start establishing positive credit history that will improve your credit score today. Go to our website, CreditCardScore.online. Ladies and gentlemen, discover the shoe design that makes your style pop and come alive. Want a custom shoe for a special event? Check us out, KaiCollections.com. Follow us on Instagram at Kai Collection, KAAE Collections.
Okay, we are back. We are back. You are listening to our beloved sister friend, Sister Sah Ankh Sa Maat. Sister Sah Maat. It is certainly a pleasure having you on this show on our Relationship Thursdays as we are talking about loving ourselves, knowing ourselves, respecting ourselves, and of course, being honest and open with ourselves. You know, Sister Sah Maat, that is the hardest, most difficult thing to do. Look at yourself naked in the mirror and declare who you are. Declare your vulnerabilities to yourself, right? Triumph over your obstacles, over the hurdles that are in your life, over the strongholds that are in your life, and over the, the bad habits, or the habits that are not, that is counterproductive. So we want to overcome the habits that are counterproductive, right? And what better way than to start? Michael Jackson said it best. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, right? And so we have to be at that point where we are, you know, understanding what it means first and foremost to look in the mirror, right? To point out things that you don't like about yourself. To point out things that you love about yourself. To point out things that you need to change in your life, whether it's toxic relationships, whether it's financial problems, whether it's the way we get along or don't get along with each other, right? So we want to be able to eradicate, just take out the negative, throw it away. Take out the garbage. Take out the toxicity. You know, put in this, put in love, put in honor, put in respect, put in admiration, put in strength, put in the I am, and take out the I am not. You know, we have to be able to do that, right? And once we're able to do that, then I could come to you as your brother and say, sister, I've handled my responsibilities. I know who I am. I'm interested in doing this work. I'm interested in learning how I can help in this community. I'm interested in being your balance. I'm interested in being that man, that godly man that I need to be for the sake of our children, for the sake of our community, for the sake of life itself.
Yeah.
So with that being said,